Never.
That's great. You got some monetize it. How many TikTok followers do you need to monetize?
Well, I saw like 10 million followers max, I think, or more. But it's up there.
Oh, 3,000 is good. Man.
But I redid all my other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Shameless one?
Mm-hmm.
I redid that one.
Oh, nice.
I'll show you.
So all the videos got deleted? You don't have them saved or anything?
Well, I have some saved, but it's like the past is the past. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you had 2,000 followers. You got 3,000. Is this the same account?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just deleted the videos.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Here it is.
Fucking makeup on. Oh my god.
She.
Aww. My god, so emotional.
I know. I forgot the emotional.
I'm checking if it's recording. Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
So I just redid a lot of things over again since I'm better.
You're better. You got your skills.
Yeah.
It actually is like a lot better.
Yeah.
You're freaking drunk Frank.
Do you like
beer.
Frank? I know
That's
you
hilarious.
like me. I know you look like an Asian drunk guy.
Oh my god, that's so true.
Have you seen
Shameless? I don't think so.
Oh, never mind. It won't make sense.
Yeah, you haven't seen Shameless, right?
No.
He looked like an Asian version. It's like the Asian version of Shameless.
Meanwhile, across the world.
When I saw that, I was like, I look like a fucking Asian man.
It looks so funny. I saw it and I was like, is that Ruben? Oh, no.
No, it can't be Ruben.
Freaking at like 5 o'clock shadow and everything. It was so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, that actually is a lot better.
Because it was just me standing the one before.
Yeah, being Fiona and then like just taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. Very, very emotional.
Yeah. The videos I do is like I make it as my personal life.
Nice.
You know.
That's what art should be. It should be things that are personal, not things that you think other people would like. It should never be things you think other people would like.
Yeah. So it's like.
Did you want water?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm usually still my jug. Keep on saying that.
I was mad at you.
I'm gonna make the sandwiches for us though.
Yeah, I want a sandwich.
Because I'm still hungry.
So how is everything here? How's paying the bills and everything?
Doing better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You catching up?
Catching up.
You got your clients back from your vacation?
Yeah, they just swarmed the place.
Really?
Yeah, like the first week of January, all of them were like, hey, we need stuff right now. The first week of January, right here. Probably. Okay. But yeah, it was pretty busy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really bad at invoicing them, like asking them to pay me. I like wait like too long, and then it's like the week to pay the bills, and I'm like, can you pay me right now?
You're like, maybe tomorrow.
Exactly. That is
tomorrow.
literally what I do. I don't like asking them to
I know it's
pay
awkward.
me.
It's hhard to be like. It's because you're in the business. It's
Yeah.
like it's hard to be like forward. Like you have to be like Where's my money?
Yeah, I mean, like, thankfully all of them are, like, really nice and are professional, so they are, like, okay with getting invoiced and, like, they're okay with, like, paying the people they asked to work for them.
Right.
I just, like, I don't know, I'm very insecure about asking for money, even if it's, like, something I earned and, like, worked for.
Yeah, you'll never see me ask for money. Only if I'm desperate.
Yeah.
If I'm desperate, then I need money.
Yeah, I'm so bad at asking for help. I do not ask for help.
Yeah, me too.
I'll like work myself like
To the bone.
to the bone. I was gonna say that. I was like bone dry. I was like that doesn't work. Okay. But yeah, I just work so hard, get super stressed out, and like cry for days on end, and then like then it'll work, but like.
That's
just
how
ask for
I
help.
am too. It's like really like, why are you crying? You don't understand. I need help. Just kidding.
It's needing help and not asking for it.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
It is hard when you're like always by yourself. Like you didn't have help, so you had your own. It's like when you need help now, when you're an adult, it's like hard to ask because
You never ask.
when you're a kid, you're like. Can you get the skills to, barely to ask help and they're, barely to tell people what's wrong with you,
Yeah, I have to upgrade a lot of my communication skills. I have so much anxiety with like talking to people.
Exactly. Like, I will never say, like, there's so many things I keep from people. It's like, if I tell you something I haven't told you, is a reason I trust. It's a trust.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have walls. It's like when you have like when you're like alone as a kid when you have. Sorry.
What happened?
I don't know. Sometimes my brain. Sometimes it just goes off because I told you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I'm barely coming back because
Mm.
I was in a mental state that I couldn't talk to anybody.
Wow.
And I lost for words. It's like, it's not like me. I'm like, you know me. Like, I'm like a chatterbox. You can't shut me up.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally got shut up because my mental, it was overwhelming. And so it was like, I broke down.
Dang. What happened?
Remember that I punched Ruben?
Oh, yeah.
It started there.
Oh.
And then it just escalated. And then when you're with your mom, then it escalated. And then that's just...
What happened with my mom?
And then when she went crash.
Oh, yeah.
There's certain things that happens to my family. It really affects my mental. Because family's family. I love you guys. But it's like... Remember when Julian got... He's a gopher cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I went crazy, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's just... Something tragic happened to my family. It really affects my mental health. Nobody knows that, but now you.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
I just stuff it all down. Pretend like nothing's happening.
If I did that, I'll be in the mental hospital. So I learned that I have to let it out. If I kept that in, especially at my age, I can't do it no more at my age.
Yeah.
I'm
starting to learn that.
You could take it whatever, your 20s, whatever, you're strong. Mindset.
Yeah, even now, like, things I would do when I was, like, a teenager is just too much. Like, it's not worth it.
So it's like
you shouldn't push through stuff.
now I have to pick my battles.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to put my 100% me,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
the older you get, the messed up your head gets. You can't handle things anymore. As it used to it when you were a teenager, 20s.
Yeah, you're also more attuned with your emotions, and you've practiced like being true to yourself and like knowing what's wrong with you. I'm still practicing that. I'm still trying to learn like how to like filter through all my bullshit and like all my like walls and blockages that I put around myself.
Oh, yeah. It comes to age. Over the
Yeah.
years, you learn you learn about yourself again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, years of, like, you were blind. I was blind in my 20s, my teens. I was blind until age 23. Like, that's when I woke up. That's when I went to the first breakdown, you know? The nervous breakdown, went to mental hospital.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I woke up. The moment when that happened was weird. I never told you, but the moment when it happened, I felt my brain literally went upside down.
Mm-hmm.
So when that happened, everything went slow motion and everybody went backwards. It's kind of weird.
That's interesting.
And then I've been seeing like visions, like my memories, it's been years, like 4 or 5 years. So I had blackouts. Like one day when that happened, I had a blackout for a moment, and then when I woke up, like I was half naked in an ambulance. Actually, I was naked.
Really?
And an ambulance was there, and I didn't even know what's going on.
Holy shit.
But brief moment I do remember, I was doing some crazy stuff. Like I was in the spiritual, in the middle of spiritual world and normal world.
Mm.
So I didn't know what's right, what's real or wrong in that time. So I went to the hospital. That's when I blacked out again.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the mental hospital for 2 weeks, and when I came back to myself, it felt like I was there for 2 days, but I was there for 2 weeks. And all I was running, I thought I was in heaven.
Oh, really?
And everybody was wearing white.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then
yeah.
the rooms were like, it was just weird because it was always lit up. The lights were never off. But then I was coming back to myself, like, wait, this is not normal. This is not real. You know, my old myself was telling myself, like, this is not real. This is people. You're in a mental hospital. And then I was like, going crazy. I was like, the second day, they had an interview with me, see if I'm okay, you know, ask me questions, and it's like, I told him, it was weird, I told him, my boyfriend's a lawyer, I'm gonna tell him what you guys did to me. I don't know why I said it. It's TikTok.
Yeah, you turn off the noise so it doesn't go through the mic.
There you go.
Okay.
So when that happened, I went back to my room, and then one of the patients came up to me. She said, "What did you say to them?" Because they're like, I'm running around in the office, getting some papers and shredding them.
Oh, what the hell?
So I was thinking, it was like, now, you know, I think back, I was like, they were probably doing shit to me, but I didn't know because I was blacked out.
Oh my god.
So I didn't know what they did to me, so I was like, what else? Oh, because before that place, I went to a place before that. I went to this lady, like, she was talking to me, and then it was like, she was a black lady too. And she was like, I was talking like I was black too. I was like, girl, your hands are ashy. And she was like, what? I was like, and then this guy came. He was cute too. But this guy came and was like, oh, and like, I felt shy, but you know, I wasn't right in my head. But then I went to sit down. He came up to me, and then I flipped out when he came up to me. Like, I ran around the house, and I saw a kid. I thought it was my kid.
Oh my god.
So I was going to go run. They grabbed me. I was going towards that kid, but they grabbed me. But I think they thought a guy raped me or something, because I freaked out because a guy came up to me and just said hi. No, it wasn't like that. But they thought that. So they grabbed me, put me in the bed, and shot me. And put me to sleep, and I woke up in a different room with different ladies. And then they transferred me to that other place that I was talking about earlier.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What the?
So, but when I came back with the disease, I thought it was Pocahontas. So it was like in the early morning, I went to the field. And I was like, I stand up, and then my skin turned like native, like red, like their skin. And then I was like yelling to my like ancestors, like the natives, come to me, you know. And I felt them coming too. And then I went to like a field, and it's like I felt like if I cross it, I'm going to a different dimension or a different universe or something like that. That was in my head. So I crossed it, and then all of a sudden I was like, you came along. It's like, but you weren't there. I knew you weren't there. I knew you weren't there, but it's like, I felt like your spirits were there, like Amelia and Steven. You guys were there for my trip. So I was like, I asked the gods if you could have my eyes and Steven could have my heart. And I told him, I went, you guys go. I guess you guys went. I don't know what happened, and that's what happened. That's it.
That's so interesting.
That's the first time I tripped out.
Oh my god. That is really interesting.
And one more thing, that was a time that I was walking, and I was I don't know, you know, about spirits and everything. I think a spirit took over my body. It was a black lady back in the 1800s when there were slaves.
Okay.
That she came to my body, and she realized that all the black people were free, and there she was laughing. Oh, she used my body. She laughed at every white person there, laughing. It's like, ha ha ha, you fuckers, you know, something like that.
Oh my god.
You know, we're free. It's like, you know, it's like she used my body to see the future or something. It was kind of weird. And then it was over. I blacked out again. It's like, I always have blackouts. It's like, it was weird.
That's interesting.
And in those blackouts, I don't know what happened, you know?
Wow. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
So it's just like from your brain? That's interesting. I wonder why.
And I predicted a lot of future predictions. I knew I wasn't, the time I was with the disease, so there was like a moment I was laying down next to him, and I looked towards him. He changed.
Oh.
Guess to who? Ruben.
No way.
He shrunk, because Ruben's shorter than Mark. He's like, Mark's right this, and Ruben's right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so it shrunk, but it was only his backside, and he had long hair, but it was black. And, you know, like you could like the outline of a shadow, so you could tell what it is. Well, I could tell. It was like then he faded away and turned back to Mark, and I knew I wasn't going to be with Mark for long. At that time, I was like, okay.
This is in like 2014? Wait, no,
2011.
2011? Really? Oh, that was
2012.
It was no, because you moved around 2012.
No, 11.
You definitely moved after we got the new house. And
Okay, so 12.
yeah, so sometime after
12 or 13.
Yeah,
Between
maybe
those.
like 13, 14, like yeah, probably 13 if you're saying 13. Yeah.
So that was what happened the first time.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
And I predicted my death, but I tell everybody, I'm not gonna tell anybody
Yeah,
how
don't tell
to die.
anyone that.
You can't mess with death.
Yeah, I don't want to be paranoid every time you do something or something. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, and you don't want more energy put towards that situation, or else it's just gonna be manifesting even more.
Yeah, so it's like, I'd rather keep it to myself. So it won't happen that way. Cause anyway, yeah.
I wonder what like these are like why does the brain have a mechanism where it puts you into these psychedelic trips? And like they're probably like helpful in a way too if you analyze them enough. Like I wonder like if like these like trips is just so like you're in such a bad place where it's like, okay, you need to stop, go through all these things, let me teach you some stuff, and like try to learn from that, or like you need to stop going down this path because like maybe like you're just being taught like, stop doing this is not good, like you need to reground and come back to yourself. Like maybe it was just telling you that, but you had to go through all these like
trials,
episodes to like learn all that, like yeah
to come for me to be here so I could control my emotions, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
because like I feel like a lot of things about like the body and like the way people's brains work is like definitely like not under like hardcore drugs that like debilitate it, but like natural things where like you're just tripping out just because you're tripping out, like that's probably not like a mistake. It's something inside the body that wants you to see that, probably, maybe, question mark, I don't know.
because when it started it was weird. I was working at
Jack in the Box?
No, I was working at Verizon something, sell internet, whatever, you know, and that an Indian came up to me, nowhere. It's like, I know you're Mexican. I'm gonna give you this. It was a stone. It says has the spirits in there. I don't know. Once I grabbed it, I was like, okay.
A person?
Yeah, like a man. It was like old man. It's native. He had, you know, the native stuff, like the necklace, feather, whatever. And he came up to me, and he said, someone told me to give you this. And he gave it to me. And then after he gave it to me, that's when it all started. Like, a week later, it all started, you know?
So, that's the only thing that happened beforehand?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know what it scared me in the moment I was like, oh, maybe this rock he gave me is
like a curse,
like cursing me, so I throw it in the trash. At a moment, then I blacked out.
So throwing it in the trash made you black out, or
I don't know. It's like I can't explain. You know, it's like I could tell you what happened. I can't explain what's the reason. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's so interesting.
And the hospital, they tested me. I had no drugs. No, I wasn't spiced or anything. They checked if I had drugs, and I had no drugs in me. So
that's so weird.
I don't know.
How were you feeling at the time? Like a few weeks before?
And when everyone was gone, I was like thinking, you know, just thinking what happened, thinking. And then the second time that happened, because the disease was giving me problems as gambling. So, sorry.
No, you're okay.
And then the second time, went to the hospital again, but I could control that one. And I told the nurse, I want to go home. It's like, well, wait for the doctor. It's the next morning. Okay, I want a sandwich. I'm hungry.
You want one?
Oh no! When I told the nurse.
Oh, that's so funny.
No. They were giving out sandwiches. It was weird.
You think that happened in your story just so you could say it right now when you receive the sandwich?
There we go. But you know, it's like the second time it was like I was going crazy too, going in and out of traffic. I almost got ran over by a truck or a van. I felt the wind too. And they took me to the hospital. I was all saying like, you killed my child, you killed my child. I thought it was Mary. Like Jesus, you killed Jesus, you know? It's like, you killed my child, you killed my child. I was saying everything like that too. That's weird. I don't know what it is, why it happened, but it made me the person. Like, I'm more intuitive. I'm more, like, energy. Like, I can feel people's energy if it's negative or positive, or I'd rather be positive. But when it's negative, really negative, that's when I shut down. Like, depression mode, you know, it depresses me. Like it really hurts me when
Yeah,
a
that's a
person's
lot.
mad or sad, happy, whatever. I go off with energy now.
That's so interesting. It's like if you're like being given a power and it's like they're not really sure how much you need, so they're like, oh, we gave her too much, she's like fucking tripping out, and then they like pulled it back and they're like, okay, I think this is a good amount for her, she seems to be like doing good
Stable.
with this. Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Okay, she's good. Yes.
Like that sounds like what it is.
Yeah, what it is. So it's like I know what's gonna happen when I'm feeling like mad or pissed off or something. Like something's bugging me. Something's gonna happen, and it does.
What's crazy is like that shaman. I was reading this shaman book just last night. We just got it in, and they were talking about how they're at this like retreat where they're teaching them how to do stuff, and they were working with these stones, and she put it up to like her husband's like throat or something. It was causing like the cough and all that. It was like a couple weeks after that they started having like all this stuff happen to them. It was just crazy how like immediately after reading that you're talking about something really similar.
What kind of stuff?
Deconstructing like ego stuff and like just going through a lot of layers that were like hidden before and like uncovering like past traumas and things like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's similar, yeah.
It's really interesting. There's like this quote that one of the podcasts I watched said in a video where it was like, a wizard is always on time.
A wizard's all the time.
Meaning like even if he's late, he came at the right time because like he he came when he was supposed to come. I just spit. But it's like so weird that he read that book last night right before you told the story where we didn't even know you were talking about like you were going to talk about a stone or this or anything.
Exactly. And remember when I text you, oh, let's talk about my situation, and you were thinking about that earlier. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm getting more and more adjusted to like synchronicities and like things that just happen. Like, oh, you think about rabbits a lot. I'm like, oh, there's a rabbit there. There's a rabbit there. Oh, they're everywhere.
That's
okay.
what happened to me too.
Yeah, it's constantly happening. Like, he's been opening me up to like a lot of it. And like, it's just you just need to open your eyes to it, because like if you take the time to like think of like if you take the time to just like notice it, it's everywhere. Like you could find it everywhere. Yeah, like you just need to be like sensitive to it and like be aware of that stuff like happens, and just like note yourself like, okay, like that's going on, like maybe I should like think about like whatever anyone's trying to tell me right now.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. Sorry. My world is right like that right now, and I'm trying to be right here again.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like each day gets harder and harder to feel good, feel like yourself.
Yeah.
But it's like something blocking me to feel happy again. Not happy, like just myself, not thinking, like, and having pause in my mind, like I have a thought and I stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to, but there's a reason why, and I just have to be quiet and let it happen.
Yeah, you can't fight against it. If you fight against it, it'll get worse.
Yeah, so I was like,
yeah, yeah, it's a tough situation, because it's like it always sucks when you're just like in those like really really sad states. You don't know why, you don't know how to fix it, you just have to like deal with it. It really sucks, and it's just like, oh, just endure, it'll leave, and just like that's like, it's good advice, but it's also like fucking shitty advice, because it's like, what do you mean endure? Like, I'm just supposed to sit in this pain forever, like until it's like,
like it's
like until it's gone. Like, when is it gonna be gone?
yeah, it's awkward. It's like, so I was like, maybe I need family,
Yeah,
I've been distance because what I told you.
I also haven't talked to Auburn and Daniel or anything, since the last time I saw them.
Yeah, I text him I'm saying sorry, I didn't go, and then he responded.
Then no one responded. I was like, okay, what's going on here?
I was like, okay. I was like, I don't say sorry much. When I do, it's legit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just like, okay. And they're like, I don't know. I don't know, because Upper and Down usually don't get into like pissy moods. They're pretty chill about a lot of stuff.
They do, but it's like they brush it off.
Yeah, that's true. They get over it. They're not like grandma or like yeah, they're not like.
I text Daddy this today.
Oh, what did he say?
I just told him I wasn't feeling good. I was like, oh, okay. Well, Julian's here. Come see your brother. I was like, thanks for what I said.
Is that all he said?
All he said.
That's all he said. He's pretty bad at talking through text.
Mm-hmm. It's like, we understand. You're okay. We're okay. Be happy with what you have. As me, God is with you. Nothing else matters. Bye. By the way, your brother's here.
I mean, at least he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he just said, okay, Julian's here.
No,
That'd be really shit if he just said it, okay, and, didn't even mention, anything you said.
No, he did, but it's like...
But it's still, the pressure of, oh, Julian's here, you better...
I know,
yeah.
Julian's here. I knew
everyone knows Julian's here.
Yeah.
My mom texted me last night, she's like,
Yeah.
Julian and Hennessy are here. I'm like, yeah, I've been texting them.
Yeah. So it's like, I know that. I go when I want to go. I don't want to go right now. I'm not, in the mindset right now.
Yeah, they're gonna be here all month, so you have, a long time to, get over it. And also, they just came in from a flight, so,
Yeah, they're was it airborne? No.
Jet lag.
Jet lag.
Yeah, I remember the first day they came last year. They just went to Veronica's house, the entire day they were out doing stuff, and it's no, you guys should fucking rest. Just the family is so desperate to see everyone.
Yeah, that's true, but Julian's doing a lot of shit, so he's used to it.
It's true.
Boom, boom, boom. It's hard for a guy like him just
to relax,
chillax.
Definitely. Yeah, it's always just all right, we're going to Six Flags tomorrow.
Is it open?
Probably.
I heard
Disneyland's pretty nice to go to right now because it's not crowded.
Well, yeah, because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's probably expensive still.
It's probably the same price still, probably. What do you think? I don't think they'd raise it. Would they raise it?
They should lower it if, a little bit people are coming. But I would think they raise it because no one's coming, because they want the money.
I'd expect it to be the same price. If it's at a higher price, that's shitty. Yeah. I don't think businesses tend to lower their prices ever, unless they're, desperate. But, yeah.
This sounds
I don't know, but if it is open, that'd be pretty cool. But it's not like I'd go because I don't have any money to buy that fucking ticket.
I know.
Wow.
How about you?
It's been a pretty good conversation.
Right? It's so intense. It's
yeah, just right into it. I was just oh wow, this is a lot of information right now to take in. But
well, it's a good thing you recorded.
Very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting story.
Yeah, I needed to let it out. Well, might as well let it out with you.
That's pretty good. Yeah, seems like you're bottling that. When you're when you don't cry for weeks, and then you're you stub your toe, and you're fucking shit, I hate everyone. And you break down right there.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm so emotional. I hate being emotional. I hate it. I hate feeling.
Yeah, I've just been trying to just let my emotions come out because I'm so good at pushing them in, and the more I take them out, the easier it is to push them in because we have room now. You could keep on bottling it in.
Oh, wow, this is so much. I never felt this elbow work. It's all boom, boom, boom. Fuck.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to like not like hide from myself. The most recent thing I've been doing that I like didn't know was like ever possible was like you don't have to lie to everyone.
No.
You don't have to you could just say what you want to say and be like a truthful person and like not like this is also on like the same podcast. It's Aubrey Marcus, a podcast I've been watching. And there's this thing where he said like if you're deciding what to say to someone and you're strategizing what to say, you're like manipulating them in a way by
Exactly.
like putting this false person in front of you and trying to like show them this person that you're not, and it's like being like it's like being shitty to yourself because it's like, oh, you're not that person, why are you showing them that person? And then you have this like bad relationship with the person you're talking to because it's like, oh, you don't know who I am at all because I don't show it to you. And like, yeah, I've just been like whenever I'm texting, I would think of something and be like, oh, that's stupid to say, and then I text something else. But now I've been like, oh, that stupid thing that I was gonna say, I'm just gonna fucking put it and send it.
Exactly.
And like I've been doing it. It's been pretty nice.
Yeah, never have filters.
Yeah.
That's my model.
I have so many filters, and I'm like I have to catch myself. I'm like, wait, that's not what I was gonna say originally. I have to see that original thing.
Yeah.
Like, obviously not be mean. Obviously not be like stupid like cunt. Or like,
oh yeah. There's like a line to, but it's like kill. There's always that saying, kill them with kindness. Mm-hmm. But say in a certain way, you saying fuck you to them. Like in my job, it's like my supervisor or whatever. This lady pissed me off. I was like, have a nice day. Really, I was saying fuck you, bitch. But you know, I kill them with kindness, and they feel bad, and they come back to me and talk to me like they didn't say, like they were saying. Like,
oh, like you guys, like they said something shitty to you, and you said have a nice day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah, it's like kill them with kindness is really, really strong.
Because they want you to react the way that they're reacting. They want you on like at a low level like them. Mm-hmm. So it's just you just gotta stay at that high state and not let people bring you down.
What I do when I meet people, so I know what kind of person they are. So I test them. Each person, I don't care who you are. I'll act stupid, like I'm a bimbo or something like that, and I say stupid shit, and then depending how they treat me, if they treat me like a dummy, like oh, like you know. Now I know how kind of person you are. Mm-hmm. But if there was a person that treated me with respect, no matter what I am, I'm going to talk to you like a person. Then I'll show you my smart side, you know?
This is a funny test.
It works.
It's pretty good.
And at work, I only talk to a little bit people. And then the rest is like, hi. That's how I am. And that's how I test people who they are and who what I'm gonna say to them, like to hold back and not to hold back. Mm-hmm. Certain people, you know. Yeah,
like obviously, like don't overspill to everyone. Like I've had this joke. It's like I've been texting like to my clients, like, oh, sorry I'm like late. I've been having anxiety about this project, and it's like I'm just trying to like find a nice boundary between oversharing and like obviously like don't overshare. Don't be like, sorry, I was just crying in the bathroom like for like a few hours.
Yeah, and I'm like bawling. I'm having a fucking meltdown in the bathroom. Hi, how you doing? Yeah. I'll get your project anytime. Just a moment. I'll have a nice bye.
Yeah, so
I know.
I've been saying like, yeah, I've been having anxiety about this, but yeah, I'm really trying to work on your project right now. I'm not trying to like fuck off or anything. I don't say fuck off, but yeah, I've been trying to like show a nice like balance between not oversharing to people that don't want to know, and also like being truthful and like showing your struggles, because a big thing that I always like hide, especially from like Albert and Daniel and stuff and Julian, like is like just me being able to pay rent and like and like working enough and like that's so hard to talk about.
Yeah, it is. It is hard to talk about when I have financial problems too. I have literally $20 negative in my bank because they overcharged me.
It's been us for a while.
And I was like, because I don't ask Ruben for money. He has money, like $7,000 whatever in the bank, but I'm not gonna ask a penny. That's how we are. I'm not gonna ask for him money to make my bank like positive, you know. I will not do that, even though it's hurting my credit, you know. So it's like like Daddy's like because we have a shared account, and he's like, I always put $40 in there for you if you want it. I'm like, fuck that. That $40 is gonna stay there. Yeah. So it's like, if I ask for money, then you gonna pay me back? Remember the money you gave me?
Yeah.
It's like,
I do not want that.
It's like, there's a reason why I ask you for money, because I'm struggling with money.
Yeah.
It's like, if you get to ask me every day.
You're like, they talk about shit about Albert all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, never again. I can't ask. Because I know them. I know them more than everybody, because I was there with them. Every conversation, everybody.
Yeah, you're the person that they talk shit to, like about other people too.
Yeah, they talked about everybody.
Yeah, and I would eavesdrop on their conversations, and
they don't tell me what they talk about me, of course not. They're not gonna tell me what they talk shit about me.
Yeah.
Maybe if they'll talk about to you or to Julian, they probably.
You definitely know Julian. I've never heard him talk shit about Julian.
No, because he's the golden child.
I'm not gonna put too much like hate towards him for that
though.
No. Yeah, because like he didn't choose to be the golden child. Yeah.
No, I'm happy for Julian. I'm rooting for him. Like there's a day that they put for military and veterans and active veterans, whatever, military. I always put him.
Nice.
This year was the third year I put him in there. So
that's cool.
I'm proud of him, but the reality is he's the golden child.
Yeah,
like bottom line, he's a favorite.
Yeah, and like it's just like me being envious of that. Like, oh, I wish I had that much love being thrown my way.
And it's like,
but it's like,
I don't want it.
Oh, really?
No, because I've been alone since I was little. Not have him around. So it's like, I'm 30 years old. Like, I don't want it no more.
That is true.
Because I'm old. I'm taking care of my own stuff. It's like, it's kind of too late.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Because then it's like dependence.
Yeah.
Like they're depending on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking. Grandma asked me to live with her. I was like, oh, don't. Why'd you ask me that?
No.
No. I'm just gonna politely decline.
That was a joke, right?
Like,
no.
Like, she was like so serious about it, and I was like, no. I was like, no, I like my apartment. And then she kept on saying stuff, and I just like looked at her, and I was like,
yeah, because when I went over there to their house, I was gonna stay with them, and Grandma's all like, but I just said maybe just for the night, because I needed to cool. I told Dad I just wanted to cool down from fighting with Ruben, just have the night. But Grandma went like this. It's like, okay, you're gonna stay in this room upstairs in Chrissy's room, and she's gonna sleep downstairs. I was like, did you hear what I just said? It's just for the night, and it's like, you gotta make sure you take your pills, and if you find another guy, you can't go over his house and sleep over and do all the stuff you do. You gotta learn when you get. I was like, in my head, I was like, when they're gonna go to sleep, so I just sneak out in the middle of the night again.
Did you sneak out?
Yeah, I did. 3 o'clock in the morning. or 4. I'm not sure. I went back to my house. It's like I can't depend on them. It's like you're not listening to me. It's like
Just a brick
a
wall.
brick wall. It's like I don't know. It's like maybe because they watch TV too much, they're like being brainwashed or something like that, and there's the like
They
stay out of
definitely-
the tune of emotions and what people really want, especially us.
They just they have their life. They're gonna stay there. And they're probably like not gonna change too much because they've been at this like position for a while. And like it's really hard to change yourself. Like me going through it, it's fucking shitty as hell. Like I really don't expect them to like go out of their comfort zone like that. Like
It's easy for me to change. I change every day.
yeah, me too. Yeah, I can never decide what I want to do.
It's like you can't just be one-minded. Like you gotta think. Like you could think, but think. Why is she like that? And think back. That's all I always do. Think back. I say, why is she mad at me? Oh, okay. Then I go back and I'll say sorry. I did this. It's like normal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that. They're just like black.
Like,
They see red or they just see like those
like,
horses.
You made me feel this way. That's all I'm gonna think about.
Yeah. Yep. They go off for emotion and stubbornness. They're stubborn.
Very stubborn.
So,
Yeah. But it's like, you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. Like, keep your distance. That's it. Like, just stay away.
But I was like, I'm not that kind of person. Stay away. I'm a problem solver. And that's my downfall. So I'm thinking in my head all this time. If I really gonna finally tell them, you know, like everything. Like, if they're gonna go back and stay in the past, I could go back to the past too. I could play that game.
Yeah, that is true.
I got the balls in my court. I could go all in and I'll win. But I gotta know the time and the right place to do it. I just can't go like I always do. I just analyze and think, and then when the moment comes, the moment comes. It always does.
Yeah.
So, and then when that happens, I think everything will go back. They gotta have an eye opener, or not.
Yeah, I just wonder how you would go about that. Like, I wonder if it would be like multiple conversations over like multiple weeks, or like was it just like one conversation? Cause like there's like it's like when you're being like when you're being what's the right wording for it? Like when someone's like going against you, like going against your stuff, like there's only so much you could take in like one day, and it's like, fuck, are you just attacking me? And then they'll get defensive, like. Yeah. So I wonder what's the teeter totter of like all the shitty stuff, but like not doing it to the point where they're like feeling like they're being attacked.
Well, I'm gonna go out. You always go with the good before you go for the bad. Mm-hmm. So it gives them like, oh, okay, and then you give them the 1, 2. That's when you go in.
Yeah.
Cause you can't go in just like that. Then we like that, and then we like screaming at you, and then they're not gonna hear the rest of what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're not gonna hear like what you're actually trying to say, which is like, oh, I'm hurt, and I want you to see that I'm hurt. Yeah, like can
baby
you please?
steps. It's just baby steps.
It really is.
Maybe I'll ease into it, or maybe I just all of it at once.
Just whatever feels right. You just can't really plan for this stuff. You can't plan how they're gonna react or like how you're gonna feel in the moment. Like you can't plan for any of it. Mm-mm.
Well, I am just gonna play the crazy what they they see me as. A crazy, schizophrenic, whatever they see me as, like a sick person. I'm not a sick person. It's just, I just have emotions and depression, anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I could control it. I have over the years controlling my emotions because I was by myself.
Yeah.
So what's it called? What's that word? I just mastered of controlling my emotions and me, and know when I'm over the bar, I could put myself back down. The only person could heal you is you.
Yeah.
The only person, nobody else. Not me, you. The only person could heal yourself is me.
Yeah.
You. Because you know you. You know how to control your moods. And I have, when people do the things they do and they say, oh, I didn't mean to. Yes, you did. In the moment, split moment, you meant to do and said. It's like, because I know me, I say things I don't mean, but I didn't mean them at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I found that a lot of times that, like, especially when I'm stressed, like I say things and it's like, there's like a truth to it. Like, I didn't mean to come out that mean, but I really, like, it was bugging me, and like I did want to say it, but I probably shouldn't have said it in that way.
Yeah.
So like,
yes,
yeah,
that sense, yes. I meant it, but I didn't meant to say it that way.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's why it's like really important for you to like say what you actually want to say and not like hold it back, because then you're eventually gonna find a place where you're stressed out, and then you just say this thing and you're like, fuck that, I didn't want to say it in that way. Like just say stuff as you think it. Like, don't hold it back, because if you hold it back, it's gonna come out one day and it's not gonna come out the way you want.
Yeah. Ruben knows that. I know. It's like when we argue, he's hot-headed too. So it's like when two hot-headed, it's no fuse. There's no fire to go off.
Yeah.
Unless one of us backs down, like, you know, gives in, like, the flag.
Yeah.
It's always me.
Oh my god.
Anybody, I mean, well, we never fight. It's hard to fight with me. No, with Veronica, she'll be fighting with me, and she won't be talking to me. And she'll be the one that starts it. Like, not talk to me for no reason. I have to break the ice.
Yeah.
And say, hey, sis, you know, this, and we're back to normal. Grandma, ugh, same thing. I have to go to her. She won't come to me or to call me or nothing when we're like that. It's like I'm always the icebreakers. I'm tired of it, but I'd rather do it for family, not for anybody else.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like me being in conflict. I don't know. Whenever like there's like an argument against me, I just like don't argue. And like I just don't go against them to the point where it's just like, oh, you're just beating on me right now. And like I don't know when you're gonna stop, but maybe one day you'll stop.
That's the thing. It's easy to be with you because you don't go on with it. It's like you stop. It's like, then okay, she stops, I'll stop. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I like. Not with Ruben. He goes like marathon. It's because
I just figured out at a very young age that arguing with people didn't really bring anything. Because, like, you know, I would like text a lot of friends when I was young, and I'd argue with them and be like, oh, I just had like a 2-hour conversation and like it went nowhere. And it's just like, well, what if I just said, oh yeah, maybe, like maybe you're right, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Like
it's hard to say I'm wrong.
It is. I think that's one thing that I've practiced a lot that I feel actually pretty competent in, where it's like, oh yeah, I think I might be wrong. Because like there's a lot of situations where I'm like, oh, I was pretty fucking stupid. Yeah. And like yeah, I just learned to like just continue to like go in that direction. Like,
you can't be wrong.
Like I am wrong sometimes, and like, yeah, that's just
because you're smart.
It's the way of the game.
Because you do a lot of schoolwork and you get A's, and you think you're like powerful, like you could do anything, and then you found out like when your Achilles heel, you found your weakness, and then you're like, oh, you know.
The thing about school and stuff is that I'm really good at testing, and like I'm really like whenever there's a testing situation, I'm really good at perfecting it, because there's a clear right and wrong in testing, and it's like whenever I get my test scores back, I get like a 97. I'm like, what the fuck, a 97? I didn't get 100. And then I look at that one question that I got wrong, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fucking remember that next time. And then like it's bringing that mindset into the real world. Like, okay, I did something wrong here. How do I like I need to get at 100% right now, because like it's just like I fucking hate being wrong at stuff. And like I just always want to like just be at the best that I can. And like especially in testing scenarios, like I don't care about any of the other questions I got right. This one question I got wrong, and I'm so pissed off about it. Yeah, that's my mindset with it, and I think I kind of bring that into like a social situation sometimes, which is why I always like shut up, because I'm like, well, if you think I'm wrong, I'm gonna try to see your perspective on it and try to see if like you're wrong in your perspective.
You're solving it by being quiet. It's like, maybe if I just listen and then I get my answer right.
Yeah.
That's why I see what you're doing. You're talking to people like, am I wrong? Let me hear it more. And then that's what you're still doing the test, but with people.
Yeah, it sounds very sociopathic and like...
It is. No, it's not. It's not. It is.
No, it is. No. You're a fucking psycho.
You're psycho. No. It's just it's like how you function. It's normal. It's your normal.
Yeah, it is my normal.
It's because Daddy or Grandma's always say, "Oh, you got A's. Amelia got A's. Amelia got A's." So you got that mindset in your head. Oh, if I get A's, they be happy. So that's why you're like, oh, I need to get an A, I need 100%, because they put it in your mindset like, that's good. Instead of like, if you get like, oh, 2 wrong or 1 wrong, it's okay. They didn't say that. They want you to get A's, 100% all the time. Yeah. With me too. Everybody.
Yeah.
I forgot about that when you mentioned it earlier. That's why. And you put in, that's how they taught you to be functional person too, in a weird way. I watch a lot of videos too.
Yeah, they just I don't know, like it's really hard to satisfy them. Like I bought a drawing course. I'm trying to do things that I'm not good at, because I'm really good at just staying in one place, like staying in math. Oh, I'm really good at math. Let's do that forever. Let's not do anything else. And like, I've been trying to do a lot of things that I'm really bad at, because I want to feel like a student again, and I want to feel like I'm struggling again, because like it's
like a drug.
Yeah, like I want to get better at more things.
I just need one more hit. I just need a little taste. That's it. That's all I need.
I need to get better at everything.
Just kidding, no.
Cause like, something I realized, I think I thought about this today. It's like a thought that was in my mind, where it's like, I could get good at drawing, and cause the whole family is creative. Like, everyone's creative. Everyone knows how to play guitar. Everyone knows how to draw. Well, not everyone, but like, so some people are good at something. Veronica's good at singing. Down's good at playing guitar. You were good at drawing. Louis was good at drawing. And it was just like me growing up, like, assessing the situation, I'm like, okay, they're not satisfied with any of you guys. So, like, they like, hate all of it. Not hate, but, like, they want all of you to be better for some reason. So it's like, well, what if I don't go down the creative path, and I just go down this, like, student path, and like, they like me better like that, and then I try to do that, and, like, oh, they still don't like me. Well, like, so it's like, oh, they're never gonna be happy.
They're never gonna be happy.
Yeah, they're never gonna be happy with me. So it's like, well, if the student path and like this like successful path doesn't really satisfy them enough, like then I'll just do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'll do stuff I'm bad at. Yeah.
Yeah, you learn that life is not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
It's not giving a fuck what people think of it, even if they're your parents, even if it's your aunt, even if it's family. Because don't give a fuck anymore. Because if you don't give a fuck anymore, then your mindset will be like at ease.
Yeah.
I'm starting doing that.
I kind of learned a little bit of that lesson in high school. With just like my peers and students and like people that didn't really matter. But then but then like this year I'm starting to realize, oh, it also goes to family. Yeah.
Exactly. Like I don't know, this Buddhist guy, he says, we don't know, over the years, people always wonder, back in the day, what's right or wrong. No matter what's right or wrong, just live life what you want, even though you gotta know what's right or wrong, you know? Mm-hmm. So you gotta live life, is this right or this wrong? For who? Me. You. You gotta be selfish sometimes.
Yeah. Like, it's just so much better for you if you just live the way you want to live.
Yeah. Especially, this is your apartment. This is your guys' apartment, sorry. Sorry. Your guys' place. Mm-hmm. This is your guys' place. Your rules. Your parents don't live with you. Mm-hmm. Our parents don't live with us anymore. They can't. They try to control us, even though we're like in our own place.
Yeah, and they want us back. They want to control you. Like
once they know they don't have that control, they're like, oh, come with open arms and everything. And then they
come visit, please.
And then they have that control again. They're just noticing they don't have control of everybody anymore.
Yeah, and obviously they're not trying to manipulate us or anything. They're not like intentionally like trying to like have us like feel bad about ourselves. It's just like that's just the nature of it. Yeah. And like it's just like what they do like without even thinking about it. Like they don't even think they're hurting us, but it is. Are. Yeah.
They're ignorant. They're old ways. They're old-fashioned. Old-fashioned. Mm-hmm. They're like old horses. You can't train an old horse to do giddy up.
So funny. I never heard the horse version of that story.
No, I just made it up. I just put horse and dog in the middle mix. Because you put the horse.
People say dog all the time.
Yeah, it's like I'm tired of saying the dog. Poor dog. So I'm going to put the horse in there.
Poor dog. So funny. Never heard that before in my life.
I know, I made it
Giddy
up.
up.
Giddy up.
That was so hilarious.
And I had to do the sound effects. Kind of giddy up.
Oh my god, that was great. It was so
Sorry,
funny.
but you know, I tried to put the horse in the dog because you can't put a horse to water, give a horse water, and expect it to drink it. You can't train an old dog. New tricks, so I mixed it together.
You're like a little combination. Killing two birds with one stone.
I don't know, that's how I work. I say things backwards, and I say the sentence in the last sentence. Remember? I'll be thinking about it, and then I say the last sentence. You were like, what? And then I have to repeat. I was like, oh. I was like, oh.
Well, because your mind's going, like, at these alternate paths.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, that's not a straight line.
Yeah, my mind is literally like this, and I literally have to untangle it.
Just be like, okay, how does this make sense to other people? How can I say this so other people know what I'm talking
about? Let me
about?
just loosen up the string so they can see. Okay, they see.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing better.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, I've been missing you and like everyone. I haven't talked to anyone. like I think the last time I hung out with everyone was when we were all together here, probably.
Yeah, that was the last time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, like having a break.
Yeah, we've been meeting each other every week. It's like,
Yeah.
financial.
Did you say financial?
Yeah, it's like the gas picking up Daniel
Mm.
and going to your house. Even if it was just Albert's house, it's just picking up Daniel that comes to that.
And also
But-
just energy. Like, it's so much energy to talk to people.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. Like, it's nice. Like conversing with people and stuff, but every single day, like you can't do it.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I needed to get out of my house, with Ruben, because we're just every day. Like, it gets like overwhelming. It's like, okay, we love each other. We get it. I get it. Go away now.
Yeah. We've been also trying to find a balance with that because it's like, there's been, I think for like most of our like apartment life here, it's like for like the first few months, it was like, oh, let's just spend every second together.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I started like thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like this.
So I thought I needed something there, but it's like I do, but it's like it's too much, man. I was kidding.
I'm like, okay, let's hang out when we have fun, but I want to like work by myself or something, and like go on walks by myself. Just like just have some time to think, kind of, and like not have someone reflect.
That's what
like,
I tell Ruben.
back at me.
That's what I tell Ruben too. It's like when we're fighting, I was like, please go with your sister. Just go. He won't go. He'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's a reason why I want you to go, because I can think, so I don't have to freaking
Yeah.
yell at you or something like that.
Yeah, because then it's just like this back and forth. We're just giving each other these bad energy. Like, oh, here's my shitty energy. Okay, I feel better now. Bye.
And then give me
and
the
then,
shitty,
and then they
I
give it back.
to-
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, this is a bad cycle. Let me go sort this out myself, because
Yeah.
we're not sorting it out with each other.
Yeah. So like we need break. Was then much better to go with family. I need family, so I came here.
Yeah.
And I don't. And Daniel and Albert and Veronica is like, I don't know.
They're more work.
They're more not my level. Mentalized, spiritualized, and everything.
Yeah, Daniel just straight up doesn't believe in ghosts.
Yeah, it's
He's
like-
like closed door. That's it. No
Yeah.
questions.
And Albert's
Yeah.
like,
Albert's like teeter-tottering. Albert has a lot going on. I feel really bad that he had kids at such a young age.
Yeah.
Like, I wish he was able to explore himself a little bit more. And I wish I could help him. Like, I just really, really want to help him.
I want to,
Like,
like you.
just nonstop. I'm like, I want to make more money. Like, I can't do anything.
But you just don't.
Yeah, I need to take care of myself, get myself at a higher level so I could like bring everyone else up. Because if I'm just like at this like low point, I'm like, oh, here's some money, and I'm just like just still in this hole. Like,
And we're just like, thanks, Amelia. Bye. No, it's like, take care of you. Don't worry about us.
Yeah.
Albert and Daniel has their way of situating their life. I have mine. Don't worry about us.
Yeah.
Worry about you. You guys.
Mhm.
Because you're a couple. You guys.
Yeah, it's so difficult, especially because our family is so family centered, and they're so together, and it's like, oh, I need to be an individual. I need to be myself.
Yes.
Like I can't identify with all of you. Like, it's too much for me. Like,
But you do connect and everything, but we didn't have this. If you think about it, because you were a kid, and Albert and Daniel and Jillian were kids too. I was like 18. I was already adult, so I was always by myself. So, but I always went with you guys. Never were out Veronica and Christy or out Louis. It was just them three. And then I was like, where do I fit in here? So like, I merged with you guys instead of my siblings. Weird. So I merged with you guys, and I hang out with you guys. And when you had friends, and you're going out, I was like, I want to go with you guys. It's like you guys are more, I don't know, intuitive to me, because I was.
Yeah, it's just that older generation. It was just they're close knit. Like, I'm not really sure what they were. They were just very rebellious. Very I don't know. It's hard to explain. It was just very we were raised by our grandparents this sort of way, or parents for them, but my grandparents, but like we were raised this sort of way. You were raised like a little differently. Because didn't grandma like say that she really showed love towards like you and like Julian more than like my mom and Veronica and stuff?
Well, let me break it down for you. Just kidding. No, what happened is, when Veronica was born, she got the worst.
Definitely.
She got the worst. She got treated like a dog. Mm-hmm. Christy, she just got treated better. Way better than Christy was like the favorite at the time. Mm-hmm. So then Louis came. Boy, and it's instantly favorite. It's like it was all to Louis now. Christy and Veronica got left alone because they got their boy. So when Veronica, she went off her own because grandma didn't tell me anything about sex, anything about periods or boys. All she told me about boys was, don't be a slut. How kind of advice is that? I was like, okay. So what I learned, so grandma always went to casino, day and night. She only comes when daddy comes to work. So that's like 10 o'clock or 11 midnight. So all that time, you have these teenagers, Veronica and Christy, parties, drinking, drugs, whatever. And two little kids.
Surprise, surprise.
I was like 7 and 13 over the years 7 to 13 they were doing that.
Wow.
Alone. So I got left alone because I was the youngest. Your mom didn't feed me or Veronica didn't feed me. I've been starving all that time. Alone with Louis. Louis would be playing games at the time.
Yeah, he was distracted.
And me, what I'm doing. No one around. No kids. I wanted a little sister, but I got Julian. And then Barbies. All I did was playing Barbies. That was my Sims. I made my world with my Barbies. So when Sims came, I was like, oh my gosh.
So
but anyways, I was like, that was my world, my own imagination. So I was like, it's just me. And then you came along. 13 years old. Here you go. I was like, okay, you take care of her. It's like, I don't know how. 13.
Oh my God.
Who knows how to take care of a kid 13? I was like, okay. You hungry? Just kidding. No. What I remember was I was like happy to see you. Like I treated like you like, I don't know, like a little sister. I never had. So it was like, we played, we danced, just hear you and everything. It was nice until you turned 13. When she turned 13, like you didn't know me. I was like, what happened? Because you were like all over me, like, oh, Elena, I love you, give me hugs. And it's like, when she turned 13, I was like, I don't know you. Just kidding.
I was very angry.
It was just because your hormones.
Yeah.
When you're a teenager, you have a lot of emotions. Like, I understood. It's like, I was 13 once, so I was like, I understood. I stayed back. That's what I thought that was normal, like, because Grandma never came to me, so I left you alone, kind of, you know? I taught you, like, how to count, read, and everything. Mm-hmm. But after the emotion, I didn't know how to, like, how are you today? Mm-hmm. What are you thinking today, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do that. So, like, I left you alone, kind of. Let you do your thing. I don't know if it was the right or wrong thing, but you told me it was the right thing. I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know? But now that you're older and everything, know everything, I was like, now I go to you again.
Yeah. It's just because, like, so angry. Like, it's just, like, nothing but anger.
Yeah, I could tell when I came over back the first time. I was like, no one told me you were coming. I was like, hi, I'm happy to see you too. I was like, oh, it's like, something's there. It's like I didn't took it personally at all because like you're a teenager and I know grandma.
Yeah.
I know grandma, so it's like, something's there. So I didn't ask because I already knew.
Yeah.
So it's like, but thinking now, when I was 13, I didn't want to take care of you. I thought you were annoying. I'm being honest.
Yeah, I would think that's annoying too.
You were annoying. That's like, because middle of the night, I like my space when I sleep. So, but some reason, you always wanted me to hug you, never let go. Like you were scared. I was like, but I didn't think that because I was a teenager. But when you were sleeping, I was like, and then you feel that. It's like, no. I was like, oh, that'll be all night.
Oh my God.
Until I was like, okay, she's asleep. I can sleep. But then, because you had asthma, always check if you were covered. If you weren't covered, you would have an asthma attack. In the middle of the night, then I have to give you medicine. And everything will be sleeping like this, giving you medicine. And then the next day, I'll be sleeping in the bus. And don't pay attention to my work at all because I was tired.
Yeah.
The next day. So, that was a year. So, I never paid attention to my work. Always had you in my mind. I was like, because it was like, you were my kid. It's like, is she okay?
Ridiculous.
Is she eating? I was like, of course she's eating. She's with grandma. It's just like
you're like being like basically a full-time mom and like also like
going to
school. It's like, that's bullshit.
It was bullshit, but thinking of now is like, I wouldn't change in the world. Yeah. I wouldn't because my daughter.
Yeah, text you more than I text my mom. I don't have my mom saved with us. I don't have her phone number saved.
So I was like, I got my little sister, but she's my daughter.
I just had to take care of her.
Yeah. Raise her, mold her. Okay. You're good.
That text I sent you, I thought it was so funny.
I was like, you're more than a freaking squishy little thing.
Yeah, let me just say it so it's on the podcast. I was like, did you ever feel like taking care of me was like growing a friend? Like those toys that you get at Food for Less. You
put in water and it expands. I was thinking, I was like, is she high? Is she on shrooms?
I think I might have been.
I was like, you're more than a freaking squishy thing.
Yeah.
You're not a toy.
I just thought it was funny. And also, I haven't been like high on shrooms. It's just been a microdose, which is a lot different than a full dose. Have you heard of microdosing?
No.
Have I told you about it yet?
No. I don't think so. You did, but it's like...
So...
Math.
Yeah. So it's basically like you're taking like two different things, like when they're at like different doses. You're doing different things when they're at different doses. Like when it's at like a regular dose, or like a low dose, it's just like, oh, it's like pretty nice and happy, like happy feeling. Like I have no idea how it is because I have not done like higher than a microdose, but like if you do like a low dose, it's like, oh, like color shift and everything. Apparently, I don't know. And it's just like you're like more uppity maybe.
More uppity.
And then like at a trip, it's more of like hallucinogenic and like seeing visions and stuff. And like this is like 1 gram to 2 grams maybe. And it's more hallucinogenic and like like you just feel like more in tune with the universe and stuff. And it's like more like trippy and like you'll see a lot more stuff. And then higher than that, it's just like fucking like a lot, like basically like what you're going through, but like at a shorter setting, not 2 weeks span, just like 8 hour span.
Don't go into too deep.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get past I don't think I'm gonna get past the 2 gram. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to like lose. I want to still be in control.
Yeah, keep it the way you are. Don't go over. Never go over. Never go over.
Yeah.
Then you be addictive. instead of it helping you, you know?
Yeah, and like the microdose, which is what I'm doing, you don't see anything. Like nothing looks different. Nothing's changing. You don't feel dizzy or anything.
No.
Like you could still drive a car, like
Okay.
and like
Still smoking weed.
pretty safely. I mean, but like a low dose of weed, kind of like even weed, it's too much for me. Like I wouldn't drive on weed, but yeah, a microdose is just like everything's basically the same. Only I feel like I am better controlling my emotions, and I'm better at like doing things I want to do. Like, oh, I want to pick up that like piece of trash on the floor. Let me do it. Instead of like, oh, I want to pick up that trash on the floor later. It's more like, oh, you're doing the things you want to do. You're sorting through yourself like the way you should, and like you're it's easier to sort through things
Thinking when you didn't think before.
and you're like the doors are more open. Like, you know how I have walls, like it's easier to get through and like release those walls and like bring them up and like.
You know why though? If the spiritual, the Bible says we have both good and bad inside.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got good and evil inside us.
Mm-hmm.
You have to keep the balance.
Yeah.
So, what the drug does, it enhances the good side, the good instead of the bad. So the bad won't control your bad thoughts. Like, oh, don't do that. Why would you do that? It's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
Instead of the good one saying, go do it. What's wrong with doing that, you know? Just do it. That's why the government doesn't want weed or substance like mushrooms. Because what does it do? It enhances your thoughts in the good way instead of the bad way they want. That's what grandma's doing. They're doing the bad way instead of the good. You know?
Yeah. I have a similar conceptualization of it. It's a little bit different, but it's basically the same. Where it's like I see it more as like you have your analytical brain, which is the thing that's like thinking too much. Like, oh fuck, why am I doing this? Like I need to do this, and then that's what your definition of the bad.
Yeah.
And then there's the good part of the brain, your definition of good, where it's like intuition, feelings, emotions, and like what the mushrooms help with at least is that it helps my feelings like have a bigger voice, and it decreases my analytical mind of overthinking.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm like math focused and like very very like in my head a lot. And like it's usually like I'm thinking too much and I'm trying to like reach a balance, and these fucking cards have been telling me each time I pull it, I think it's 14 temperance, balance. You need, it's always talking about balance.
I always get Empress, the Fool, and Wheel of Fortune. I
never get that card.
I always get that.
I got it like once. Like I never get that card. I think I got it for someone else. I think I got it for you, maybe.
Yeah, I always get the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, or the Empress, or the Emperor. Because the Emperor is me, or the Empress is...
The Empress is a motherly figure, just like... I see Empress as mother, like a mother, like maternal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, there might be more to it. I could read a definition if you want to. You want me?
Yeah.
Okay. What is she, like 2 or something, or?
That I don't know. I don't know the numbers.
She's 3. The High Priestess is 2. Okay. Your creativity and hard work are bringing you great rewards. According to this card, you have the Midas touch right now, so anything you nurture and give your loving attention to will flourish. Marriage, children, and issues involving motherhood and creativity are positively affected now. Whether you're trying to give birth to a child, nurture life into plants or pets, or help a new project or business grow, your creative endeavors will be successful. Enjoy the beautiful things in life. Knowing that you deserve to be wonderfully provided for, take excellent care of your body with massage, yoga, or anything that makes you feel healthy, vibrant, and luxurious. Additional meanings: abundance, spending time in nature, indulging in creative and artistic projects, living and nurturing yourselves or others. Time of excellent emotional or physical health. Yeah, it just sounds like you. It's like it's like all you right there.
Well, since the tarot cards, I might as well read.
Okay, which one do you want?
I've been eyeing the.
Okay.
It's big cards.
Anything specific? Yeah, they're huge. They're so hard to shuffle.
Actually, this will be a big one. In my answer, I never asked this. So.
Oh my god. How do you always
What
keep-
was the meaning of my trips? Both of them.
Okay. That's a pretty good question.
The meaning behind it, and what should I do? There we go.
What should you do? That's good. So, what do you want to be like? 2 cards is the meaning behind it, and 2 cards is what you should do, or 3 and 3. What do you think?
Always go with 3.
Okay, so 3, what's the meaning, and then 3, what to do. Okay, let's try to. Okay, so you said what's the meaning, and then what should you do? Okay.
What's the meaning, and what should I do?
And then I don't do inverses, so.
Okay. What's inverses? Reverses?
Inverses, so when it's upside down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Reverse.
Yeah, so like inverted, you know.
Watch, I get the Empress watch.
Yeah, every time I only temperance. It's only temperance. Like I think 80% of my card readings have been temperance. Yeah, and it's just like, okay, I need a balance. And I actually like had this thing where because we were having bad dreams at the same time, and I was like trying to figure them out, and like I was trying to.
What's the dream about?
So originally the dream was there's like more to the dream about like Stardew Valley, because we've been playing Stardew Valley. It's like a video game. But then like after that it was me. Okay, the only way to scare me in my dream is if you put the setting of my sleeping position there, because then I think I'm awake. Like, because I'm pretty good at like determining if I'm in a dream or not, because things are fucking stupid and like inaccurate.
Yeah.
So the only way to let me actually let me believe that I'm fucking in this terrible situation is if you put me in a situation where I'm in my sleeping area, and like it was like me in like on the bed over there sleeping with my mom, and this black figure goes over me, and it's like, but like it had the energy of like a fan of me, like someone who loves me so much, and like it was just saying, oh, I love you so much, I love you, like just like this black thing, and it's just like.
I had that dream.
You had that dream?
The day before Louis passed away. It was Louis though. He became a black figure, went over me, and then the next day he died. He went to the crash.
Yeah.
With your mom going over you.
My mom was sleeping next to me.
Next to you?
It was another thing that was over me, and later I determined that it was me as a child going over me, because I've been like working on myself and like trying to like release like these blockages, and it's getting more towards like me being a kid again, and me like being this this loving like little kid, because when you're a kid it's like you're such a good person when you're a kid, and then like a lot of shit happens to you where you just become
the people who raised you, made you the person you are now.
Yeah,
I've found 100% true. That is 100% true. Cause I was a adventurous child. But I never changed.
Yeah.
I've always been like this since I was a kid. Playful and everything. Jokes. It's just my jokes just added with cuss words. I've always been saying random shit and funny shit since I was a kid. I never changed. Just the way I talk and think now. But I always stay true to myself. I don't know.
It just it gave me the feeling of like the child version of myself is really like proud of like me like coming back like coming back to my roots and coming back to like who I am, and like yeah.
But black is not a good color. It's a negative.
It's cause like I had no like and then that was I figured that out after I did this one thing, because like the black was like blurring my vision. Like I could only see black because there was black in my heart and my brain and like in my like gut. So it was just black all over. Like it was like I had to like, because he also had a bad dream, so we're like cuddling together and like because we woke up at the same time and like after having a bad dream, and like I was just like trying to meditate on like all the darkness inside of me, because I do this thing where it's right here, where I think of light and I see it coming down over our apartment and like protecting us. And I did that the day before, but I couldn't get the idea is to like envision all this light in your place, and I got all the bad energy out, but there was still like black energy in myself, and it was like I was like tired or something. I was like I'll take it out later. And then like we had that bad dream, or I had a bad dream and he had a different bad dream, and I was like, okay, I need to get rid of this because I don't want to go back to sleep, because I've been like I kept on waking up after a bad dream and then going back to sleep and having another bad dream, and I was like, fuck, I need to get rid of this right now, because I'm not gonna be able to sleep. So I was just like reaching like inside of my like heart. And like I not like physical, not like with my hands or anything, but like with my like my energy body, I was just like grabbing like this like grabbing the black and like putting it away, and then on my heart it was just all this fabric. And let me bring something else.
Okay. I'm like a therapist. I was kidding.
So I'm gonna show this to you later. So like it was just grabbing grabbing all this like shit from my brain, and then like me like unwrapping fabric, like this black fabric from like my heart and stuff, and like taking it out, and then just like I kept on pulling stuff out, and then eventually like I like pulled out this like dark being, like kind of like similar to the one in my dream. Like I pulled out this dark being, and it was just like it got out, and then like the blackness faded away, and then it was this guy right here. Like it was just like this straw man kind of like, but he was like
the Slender Man.
No, not really like the Slender Man. Like
because he's tall and white.
He wasn't really white. I just drew him like that because like I didn't want. It's just gonna be a see-through like this black picture. Okay. But it was like
it's just black.
Like imagine like because the whole vision was like black because like your eyes are closed. But and like his like figure was like with like white. It's like if you drew on black paper and like
then you stitch them out. It's black, but you like
he had white lines. Like imagine if it was like all black and this was just white lines. He was just made out of white lines.
I know what you're talking about.
And he was just like this, just like jumping figure, like very excited and very like jumpy and stuff, and yeah, he was just like following me, and I was like, what is this? Like, what are you? And I kept on unmasking like this fabric, and then like the fabric it came apart, and then the blackness of the fabric like went away, or like I just saw the outline of this fabric, and
it's like you took out your curse.
It was a what?
Your curse.
Yeah, basically. And he was also like, oh, this is like really cool fabric, and eventually like I got this I just kept on like digging and digging and digging, and I got this out, and it was like a pendulum, like those things that you hold and you're like,
yeah.
And the guy, he like twisted around, and then he turned into this guy.
Wizard.
Yeah, like this wizard, and I was like, oh, okay, so like you could turn like, and then he like sometimes he would like turn back and forth into like this guy and then this guy, and he'd be like these two different people. And then like I was like, okay, let me dig a little bit more. And then I like pulled out another black figure, and it was like still this black thing. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that is. So I just kept on like pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. And I think it was in my heart or something, or like maybe in my gut, where now it's probably in my heart, where I like pulled out this stick, like it was this long stick. And then like the other black figure that was there, it like unraveled, and it was this guy with his staff. And like he was like, okay, you like I got all the things for them, like they were just like in there. And then like it was just me like staring at these guys and like being like, what the fuck, like what are you guys? And then like I think like a few days later, I was thinking about it. I've been journaling a lot. I have a manifestation journal, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, okay, I've been getting a lot of balance cards for like forever, like balance, work and play. Okay. And like basically this is like I've been like trying to balance work and play a lot, and it's been not working. So then I was like, well, I need to learn and to like create things as well. It can't just be work and play, because like then I'm not doing stuff that like I really want to do and like I really want to create, but it's also like kind of tolling. So it's like balancing work, creativity, and play. And so this one represents work, and this guy, he always switches between the two, and it's because this one's learning and creation, and this one's play. And like sometimes creation could be like play, but they're like two different things, so it's good to distinct that. So it's like having this like balance between these three things, and it was just like that's what it was telling me. It was like, you need to balance these things. And like a few other like nights after that, I was like I would have like a hard time and like ask these people to help me, and they would help me, and it like my bad feelings would go away. It's charcoal.
They could be your past life, because I believe we have past lives. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, Avatar.
Yeah.
These figures are representing your past life.
Okay.
You're asking them for help because they're you.
Yeah.
They know how to help you because they're you.
Okay.
That's what I see. I don't know if it is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They could be your past life, and you're asking them for guidance and what's to do. Like Avatar did, you know?
Yeah.
And it will tell you, do, whatever that is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That could be represent that. I'm just guessing. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm hearing. You, these three are people, an object, whatever, could be your past life.
Okay.
You could ask them if they tell you, or it could be your guardian angel.
Mm.
Your guardian angels.
They definitely do help me, so
whatever they are, they could be good.
Yeah, they're most likely like something good, because they have been helping me, and they have been helping me like deal through a lot of stuff that I've been trying to deal with for like forever.
With me, with my drawings, every time I draw, it's no joke, they come true.
Mm.
Like, I stopped drawing because I got scared.
Mm.
You know
like,
what I mean?
Stephen King or something.
Yeah. So, like, my past drawings, I used to draw, like 24/7, like every day, they been coming true in the future. It's like, and they're gone because of disease. It's like, there's so many of my drawings that came true, and I wish I have them, but I
really wish you had them.
But I have drawings now as something else. It could be my drawings because I draw them in my mind and I put it in a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be in all my past lives, and I draw it because I feel like a part of it, a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, every time I smoke weed and get the ashes and use the ashes to shade it in.
That's really nice.
So it's like weed helped me to be me. So I put the weed ashes a part of my drawing, because drawing is part of me, is a part of me. It's my life. So one time I put blood because it's me.
Like pure blood?
Like pure blood, my blood, because I didn't cut myself. I was just bleeding. I was like, in the moment, I was like, well, I'm bleeding. I'm going to use it. I'm drawing at the same time. I was like, I'm going to use it in the red part. No one's going to know.
Yeah.
I didn't cut myself to do it. I was bleeding. I don't know why. I forgot why all that happened and why. But I just did it. It's like, I like to put myself into my drawing. So I did something extreme. I was like, let's see if I do this. And yeah. So I'm afraid to draw sometimes, because every time I draw something, it comes true.
Well, yeah, it's hard to work around that, because I was like, well, what if you just draw good things? But then it's like, oh, then you're just like filtering out yourself, and it's like, oh, you don't really want to draw that. You're just so afraid that you're not going to draw something bad. Like,
what I'm doing now is trying to just draw my feelings, just how I feel, and just draw it and let it out. So I just put in my mind, like, I don't want to know the future anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to put my negative thoughts into my drawings now, and it helps.
That's really nice. Yeah. That one drawing, I don't really like go on Facebook or like any type of social media or like look at anything anyone's doing. But the one time I was on Facebook and I saw that one picture of like you said it was you and Louie, and then like the kids, like the back-to-back photos. I just thought it was really nice. It was just such a good photo, and like I keep on thinking about that picture, and I'm like, oh, there's so much emotion in that. Just so much there's so much in that, and it's like it's such a good piece of art, and like like when you do make t-shirts, we need to figure that out.
Yeah, I need to make t-shirts and make. I know if once I do, I know it's gonna go off. I know, because I got $30,000 I could advertise.
Yeah,
and they'll buy it
because you could feel emotion in like art and stuff. You could feel the like authenticness and like just the energy of it, and like if people who are open to that, they'll feel it and they'll want to get it.
Yeah, that's what I know it will succeed. I know, because I could tell you, and you'll manifest in your head. And he just heard it, and he could manifest in his head. Yeah. I told Ruben he could manifest in his head. I told Daddy, and it will help you because you guys are thinking about it.
Yeah, that's the most important part. Like, where you put your attention is where you put your energy, and like the more we think about this thing, and it's a nice thing, so we should think about it and like want it to happen. The more energy you put towards this thing, and the more like you just try to imagine how it's gonna be, and how you're gonna feel like when you do like have like all these sales and stuff, like it just like brings it more and more into life, and it will happen.
Yeah, so I want everybody to help me too. So like, if it does, I'm not gonna say if. It's gonna when it gets big and everything, I will need help with your math, with budgeting and pricing and all that, and then the business wise, that's math, that's you. Advertisement, oh, I got that
with your TikTok.
Albert Daniel, they could advertisement. You guys can even put your stuff in it, like if you want to sell something or you want to make something, put it in there, like. Get a profit of that, you make money on that too. Yeah. Use my thing to make you
Yeah, we just need to figure out what's the best way to do it. Like, I have not looked into it, so I have no idea what the best thing is. But
I just need a machine
but
to make it, and
there are companies out there that will just take your drawings and just like put your drawing on there for you if you don't want to do the physical labor and you just want to like send the drawings out.
I want to do physical work because less people I pay, the better.
Okay.
Because if I hire these people,
and then it's more like it's
like I'm a middle person.
It's more of like you putting your like heart and soul into it if you're doing every single step of the process, basically.
Yeah, it's like it's another step of art for me. It's like making these t-shirts and different kind of art. It's not exciting.
I really respect that. That's really nice.
Yeah, so I rather do it myself by just thinking in the name.
Okay, let's go back to your tarot reading.
It's funny that you showed me these drawings and you're describing. I could just
like you could picture it,
and I could tell you what it could mean. Go off of that.
Because you are like well versed in like all of this stuff. Like, you do practice it a lot. You think about it a lot and like you live it. So like I know like if I tell you these things like you would understand. Yeah. So it's like like because you're I don't know because I'm just barely getting in it. Like I'm such a novice. Like
it just got forced in. You want to learn. That's the difference.
Yeah.
It got forced in. The difference, you got forced in. It's like a power you didn't want it. You didn't want, but it got forced into you. Because there's a reason why I'm like this.
That's so funny. It got forced in. I don't know.
But with these videos and when the videos you're showing me really helped me to understand it. I was like, okay, I understand how.
So did you watch the podcast I sent you?
Of course.
Oh, nice.
I gotta study every angle, every crack, every to understand.
Yeah.
So I could.
So you have your tools.
Tools.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that's cool. You watch them. I did not know.
I always watch them because it's something new to learn.
And I fucking love that podcast, though. I've been watching it every single week.
But it's too much when it's like I'm like 30 minutes or 40 minutes in. It's like too much information. Another day, then the next I want to get the mindset again. It's like I have to prepare myself just to, because it's too much energy. I could feel those people's energy, even though they're in freaking TV. It's like.
But still, they exist, and that event's happened. And
it's like, yeah, I went through that too. It's like the same mindset. I don't know how you describe it. It's like, but I like the way I am right now. I wouldn't change me.
Yeah.
Even though I hate it, but I could embrace it. You know?
Yeah.
It's like a gift that I don't mind having, but I hate having at the same time.
It's a really helpful gift. Like, you can have really worse gifts, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's not an accurate statement. Maybe not. Never mind.
There's never, I can't say there's never a bad gift.
I don't know. I just think it's very helpful.
Or you get this one guy who predict people who's going to go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's funny.
That's the only gift he has. It's like, you have to go bathroom? Yeah, I know. It just has a feeling.
I don't know. Because, I'm seeking this out, and it takes people a lot of work to, go through themselves. So just, you just naturally having it. It's not, saying that it was easy for you, but, just you being given it kind of... Not really. I don't know, because you're also searching for it. So I don't really know what I'm saying, to be honest.
Well, at the beginning, I didn't search it. I was blind. You know,
okay.
before the first time it happened, I was. How can you describe it? It's like your world changed so drastically and so fast that you didn't know how to react. The change, and you don't know why it's happening. It's like. I don't know. How you explain it, you know?
Okay. I've been shuffling this forever. So, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do... Let me just...
Up and down?
Up and down? What does that mean?
Or side to side?
Side to side, definitely.
Okay.
So...
This side is...
Do you just want me to go from the top? Burn any cards?
No, just do face down.
So...
Yeah.
Bada. 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 Okay, so this is... This is why...
No reversal.
Yeah.
Straighten it out.
So the questions were like...
What was the meaning of what happened to me? And what should I do?
Okay. Okay, you want me to get my big book for this? Because this is my little book.
Okay.
That's my little book.
The baby book.
Yeah, this is the book you buy separately. That one's good for... I've been putting that on my purse. I've been putting that one and this one in my purse, so it's like a quick reading.
Oh, it's a quick...
because you can't fit this in your purse.
No. Unless you have a big bag like me.
Yeah, I've been doing little bags because I'm so used to like trudging my big bag around and just being a nomad. just being... Just like always being on the road because I'm always outside of the house because I didn't want to be in my grandparents' house. So I would just like always be like with this big bag, let me have everything and then not come back here for like 12 hours.
Well, yeah. I'd rather be at school than at home. It should be the other way around, but it's not.
Yeah. Okay, so you got 2 fires and 1 water. So 6 of fire.
So fire is my element. I'm fire.
I'm fire as well.
You're Sagittarius.
Yeah, so fire is feelings, emotion. Wait. Fire is, sorry. Water is feelings and emotion. Fire is passion, action, stuff like that.
Well, it's funny. I have 2 fires. In the middle is
Water.
like two extreme and one not.
That's cool
funny
because they're like opposites.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 of fire. The 6 of fire is one of the cards in tarot that has a nickname. It's the victory card. We've made great strides in our journey. When this card is drawn, the trouble from the 5 of fire has been resolved, and we've ridden into town to great applause and celebration. Information is headed our way that will make us extremely happy. If we may win an award, get a promotion, or perhaps that book contract we've been hoping for will finally make its way to our door. This card could also mean that we will be recognized for our accomplishments in a very public way. It may be time to do some self-promotion or marketing with the media. Symbolism. A victorious man arrives into town to great fanfare. His quest has been very successful. Red rose petals are tossed into the air to lead his way into the village. These flowers are signs of passion and love. Our hero followed his passion and he receives great admiration from the villages due to the example he set. White horses are generally associated with heroes who display a purity of intention. They imply victory or an impending success. There's also a connection to spiritual development and our intuitive abilities. Banners bearing the symbol of this sweet's icon, a dragon, fly in the background. Flags with dragons on them are associated with King Arthur and his honorable reign, which brought peace and prosperity to Camelot. The 2 women in the image are meant to bring a little feminine energy into the card for balance. Angel number. This is card 28. The energy of this number is extremely positive and successful. To match the card, the 2 influence provides the positive thoughts that manifest into joy for the person who drew this card. The same energy is brought in the effects of the 8 to bring prosperity and abundance for our knight's reward. The number 28 reduces to a 1. The number 1 not only represents manifesting our desires, but also new beginnings. Now that the knight has attained his desires, he can turn his attention to his next big success. Astrology. Jupiter in Leo is a very generous energy. Its good fortune is generated by being of service to others and providing an excellent role model. It provides inspiration to others in a win-win, give-and-take way since this energy loves to be in the spotlight. Jupiter in Leo is extremely confident and courageous due to its belief that others can learn and benefit from its experience in overcoming challenges. Okay, so 2 of water. 2 of water. This is the card of falling in love. In the Ace of Water, we meet someone, but the 2 of Water shows that the relationship has grown. Hearts have become intertwined, and the commitments between those involved have grown deeper. This card can also represent very close friends who have made a connection that will last their entire lives. This is also a card of forgiveness. Disputes between lovers or friends fade away. If we're involved in a relationship, either romantic or platonic, that has been strained or troubled, we have to remember not to give up. The situation can be resolved in a positive and mutually beneficial way. Symbolism. A mermaid and a merman have come together at the bottom of the ocean. They're not afraid to explore the depths of their emotions together. Dolphins swim around the couple, representing playfulness, community, and harmony. Qualities that any relationship benefits from. The mermaid and merman have placed their cups together to show their desire to have their emotional worlds support one another. However, they haven't poured their two cups together, signifying the importance of maintaining their individuality. There are yellow anglefish swimming around to let us know that these two merman people are very emotionally connected. These fish also represent spiritual growth and evolution. And of course, angels are watching over this relationship. The flame anglefish in the card shows the passion the two more people feel for one another. The flame of love is very much alive. Angel number. Deep emotional involvement creates big changes in our lives. This card's number is 38. With the 8 energy in this number, we're reminded that this card is one of manifestation and creation. An abundance of love is available to those who draw the 2 of water. The number 38 reduces to 11, but doesn't reduce further since 11 is a master number. This is the perfect number for a relationship inspired by the 2 of water. We can explore the unlimited depths of our emotional and spiritual worlds. Astrology. Venus in Cancer is a very loving and nurturing energy. It desires and attracts deep romantic relationships and may feel somewhat out of sorts unless such a partnership exists. Words are secondary to feelings or actions with this combination. Venus in Cancer wants to care for others and provide emotional support. However, it also wants to feel that same tenderness and connection return in equal measure.
Ace of Fire.
Ace of Fire. The Ace of Fire is the first card in a suite that promises many wonderful things. When we draw this card, we have amazing opportunities to change our lives. Aces represent a beginning within the elements of their suite. In this case, that is fire, indicating that new opportunities exist in the areas of creativity, career, passion, and self-development. Now we can see that our dreams are within reach. Well, however, we will have to take the actions necessary to attain our goals. This card tells us that wonderful new possibilities are coming into play. Symbolism. Genies are magical beings who wish to make our dreams come true. This genie has no ulterior motives. He merely wishes to serve. His only reward is to see our happiness fulfilled. It's said that in order to have a genie appear, it's necessary to rub a magic lamp. The lamp at the bottom of the card tells us that we can make wishes, but it's also necessary to be hands-on when the magic starts to happen. The flowering bush surrounds our genie is called potentilla, often referred to as I don't know how to pronounce that. The name potentilla comes from the Latin word potens, which means to be powerful, strong, and capable of success. The 5 points of potentilla are said to represent the 5 senses, and the flowers were worn by medieval knights who have been successful in their personal quests. The genie stands between 2 cities, indicating that there are multiple opportunities for our plans to successfully play out. In the sky float 3 moons, mirroring the traditional 3 wishes said to be offered by genies. Astrologically, the moon refers to our emotions, needs, and intuition. All of these are excellent guides in knowing just which wish to make. Angel number. This card is 23. When a magical card like the Ace of Fire shows up, it's very important to keep our thoughts positive. We're in manifesting mode with this card, and our beliefs determine what we create. Because of the 3 energy in this number, we may feel inclined to ask for help from ascended masters such as Jesus, the saints, or other spiritual leaders in heaven. Their assistance dissipates negative energy and keeps our intuitions or our intentions crystal clear. The number 23 also reduces down to a 5. 5s are indicators of big changes that are coming into our lives, as well as our power to make modifications to our personal paths, as we're inclined to do. The aces don't have a specific astrological assessment, but are connected to the element their suite represents, in this case, the suite of fire. However, the card is attached to the 3 signs of the zodiac from the element of fire: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So, a common thread I saw between all of these was the word manifestation. So, that's something to note.
I think this when everything was going, these 2 girls that had said, because this is represent me going off, like, you know, out to my trips. And these girls are, I think, I don't know, but guiding me, even though I'm like fucking not in my mind, but they were like helping me. And this, I think, represents my future with Ruben. That we're gonna have like a forever thing. And this, that even though it was so fire and everything was like, oh my gosh, at the end it will come together. Your dreams will come true. That's why, like, wish it. It's like weird.
That's pretty cool.
It's just really just explained it.
Yeah, because you did say how, like, your trips predicted the future. So, like, seeing all this, like, manifest, like, from these things that you saw. Like, especially because you specifically stated that, like, you saw Ruben. Like, that's, like, a clear sign where it's like, oh, you saw these things, like, come before they came.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool. So, it was just...
Because then the gods and everything, maybe Jesus was with me at that night.
Yeah.
And
that was pretty good.
yeah, I like that.
That was a really nice reading.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, you ready for the next 3?
Yeah. What should I do? Air, earth, and fire again.
Fire again. Okay. Let's do 3 of air, because we're reading left to right. 3 of air. Tarot mirrors our experiences in life. That includes the moments that fill us with sadness. The 3 of air card shows us that there is something in our lives that needs to be healed. We may have suffered a loss, or perhaps we're still haunted by pain from the past. The 2 keys to recovering from our sorrow are time and forgiveness. Some experiences just take time to heal from, and it's best if we allow ourselves this time. Forgiveness of ourselves or others is also an important step to finding our happiness again. Symbolism. 2 unicorns console their fowl, which symbolizes that it's not only okay, but probably preferable to seek out friends or family members to help us heal from our sadness. The small purple flowers are called forget-me-nots, which are known for healing trauma and allowing us to let go of guilt. We've seen this tree trunk before in the Ace of Air card. However, there has been a great deal of growth in the greenery coming from the tree. This is to show us that we will grow from the situation we find ourselves in and become stronger. Angel number. The 3 of air is card 53. The 5 energy represents a significant change in our lives, which can be made and sometimes sad. Which can be difficult and sometimes sad. But in time, we grow from what we've learned. The 3 energy is to comfort us and let us know that we're very loving ascended masters, such as Jesus are with us. The 3 can also denote that talking about what troubles us would be very beneficial. The number 53 reduces to an 8. As we go through this time of uncertainty and sadness, we can be assured that we will grow and have a more abundant life in the future. Astrology. Saturn in Libra is the attribution for the 3 of air. The sign of Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet most closely associated with love and relationships. Saturn is the planet of restriction and often brings us challenges with its presence. Therefore, the matchup of Saturn and Libra can be associated with sadness that may occur in our personal lives.
That's interesting.
It's really nice.
And it's funny, I was thinking about fairies earlier before I got here.
Really? That's really cool. Alright.
Because you said you were doing D&D? D&D?
D&D.
I was like thinking, oh, should I do that fairy thing? And look.
Oh yeah, you're a pixie. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. We made that about you. And we never played.
No.
It's so hard. I tried to be a DM master. So much work. I'd rather just get all the just enjoy what you've created for us.
Yeah, just let the other guy be the master.
Yeah. Okay, so Page of Earth.
Page of Earth.
If you're looking for a little good news, you've come to the right card. The Page of Earth tends to bring us very positive information about our finances or career plans. We may find ourselves suddenly fascinated by an entirely new subject, or we may want to go back to school or just study a new topic at great length. However, sometimes the Page of Earth indicates a sense of restlessness. We may be eager to do something more meaningful or challenging in our lives. Symbolism. A beautiful fairy sits in a nighttime forest holding a golden coin in her right hand. There are stars in the sky and also in our wings, which we can make wishes upon. The good news we received will allow us to follow our dreams. Blue butterflies are traditional symbols of joy and happiness. The autumn-colored flowers represent to us that it is a time of being rewarded for our efforts. Angel number. The Page of Earth is card 75. The 5 energy tells us that there will be changes to be made due to the information we receive. Those changes will put us on just the right life path. The number 75 reduces to a 3, which is perfect for a messenger since the number 3 carries with it the process of communication. The Ascended Masters can help us carry our dreams forward. People. The Page of Earth is the kind of kid any parents would be thrilled to have. She's clever, optimistic, wiser than her years, and oh so happy to help out. She's very interested in learning and will research any topic through and through. But this can be her one downfall. She loves to study so much that she might never stop reading and get to work. So we may have to wrestle those books out of her hands if we can, and give her a gentle nudge to take action. Astrology. The pages in tarot don't represent a particular astrological attribution, but are associated with a season and a geographical area of the world. The Page of Earth represents autumn and the continents of Europe and Africa.
That's interesting. Because I always love watching the stars.
Huh.
And I do believe in fairies. Do exist.
I'm indifferent.
Or they're just entities.
So, yeah, I think there's a lot of energy in the world where they'll present themselves to you in a way that you could best understand them and receive them. Cause cause there's been a lot of Christian stuff where it's like, oh, it's bad for me, but it's good for whoever's in Christianity. They find love in it in their own way, but it's not in my way, you know?
Yeah.
So it's whatever way presents itself to you, these energies will find a way to reach you. So if you perceive them as fairies, maybe it's the same energy that these Christians are seeing something else in, these angels, but you see them as fairies. Maybe they just present themselves in a way where it's best for you to understand them and receive them and accept them and not be
back off or
get away from me. I don't want to deal with any angels and stuff. I'm so annoyed of them because
That's interesting,
yeah. So that's my theory on it.
That's a good theory. I think that's true though. They could transfer what what's it called?
Information?
No. They could change the way they look, the way you want want them to look shape-shift the way you think it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes you comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. That's why the Christians sees angels, because that's what they want to see.
Yeah.
That's what I think too.
That's along the same lines of what I was saying.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
A little different. Yeah. It's like a similar...
It's the same, but it's...
A similar idea, like, that's the way you understand it, and I understand it in, like, a slightly different way, but basically the same.
It's like I'm telling myself, confirming you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
But my way.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
Yeah.
We just did it again.
Yeah. We're too attentive. We're too close. Maybe because we're fire signs. I was kidding.
Okay, so let's do 8 of Fire. This card can be summed up in 3 words. Busy, busy, busy. When the 8 of Fire card is drawn, it often reflects someone who's filled to the brim with things to do. It can also indicate a person for whom things have been very quiet, but who's about to see an end to the slow times. This is a card of rapid shifts and activity. Because of the astrology of this card, it's most often a very welcome change. We may feel a bit harried about all that we have to do, but we're happy to have so much activity in our lives. We may feel stress, but it's stress that comes from positive things. Symbolism. 8 wands fly off into the sky, giving the impression of fireworks. Fireworks are a sign of great celebration. If we're lucky, they're beautifully orchestrated. However, sometimes fireworks are unpredictable and a little chaotic. The wands don't appear to be all headed in the same direction. Clearly, there are multiple and perhaps even competing goals to be accomplished. It may be necessary to prioritize our efforts. While this is a fire card, in the background we see a body of water. It would be easy to let our emotions carry us away, but our purposes are served by keeping our feelings grounded and on an even keel. Angel number. The 8 of Fire is card 30. The number assures us that we're loved and supported by Source and the Ascended Masters as we charge of this exciting time in our lives. We can think of the fireworks imagery in the card as a celebration in heaven, cheering us on as we follow our life path. This card reduces to 3, further emphasizing the message of celebration. Astrology. Mercury in Sagittarius is an extremely optimistic energy. Since Mercury rules the mind, this astrological association indicates that our minds are so full of wonderful ideas that we don't even know where to start. Our perception of the future is very bright. Even if our to-do list is brimming over, we may feel restless and eager to get going. We'd probably love to roll up our sleeves and do everything ourselves, as we're very independent. But the truth is that we'll probably need a little help from friends, peers, or people who work for us. Nice.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I feel like all of these like have to do with the conversation we just had, basically.
But the things have the swords. What's it called?
Wands.
Wands have dragons in them, and that's my Chinese zodiac dragons.
Oh.
That's a quickening too. Very interesting. It's just talking about what we're just talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like everything in this podcast is just covered in this tarot reading, basically.
Maybe because our energy is into the conversation. It's just answering.
Makes sense.
So, success. It's just saying,
yeah,
it's a good reading.
Yeah, you always get really good readings. I don't want to say that, but I'm gonna take that back. But I always like your readings because I think it's just the fact that you are always like not lying to yourself and always like going through any negative emotions, where the tarot cards don't have to bring negative emotions to you because you've already done it. So it's just telling you, it's just teaching you more instead of like just throwing stuff at you, you know? Because a lot of tarot cards is just like, you're ignoring all of this, fucking deal with your emotions. Like, that's a lot of it for, like, many people who aren't having a good time and aren't following themselves. But since you are, they're very forgiving towards you, and not forgiving, but they're very, like, like loving towards you and just being like, you've been doing good, so like here's like a nice little message that we could say to help you, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at that too.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these cards had to deal with like masters and like higher energy helping you, so like that's also like what we've been talking about, which is pretty cool.
So, well, my angels and whatever past life is telling me, I'm doing good.
Yeah. And yeah, basically, yeah, like your idea of like telling your, like talking to your parents about things that have been bugging you has been confirmed with this.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice. And like yeah, just like manifestation and everything.
This one says a quiet person is gonna say something. That's totally me.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
That's pretty good.
Someone quiet. It's like, yeah, that is me. I was always quiet. And it's like, now I'm gonna say something. I am.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Not bad.
Alright. That was a good reading.
It was a good reading.
Alright. I'm gonna stop the podcast right here.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved it too.